What's up guys, LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. And right now, I'm going to talk about the season premiere of The Walking Dead Darryl Dixon, The Book of Carol. Okay, so the first season of Darryl Dixon, I started out really liking it. I remember I was talking about how the kid, Laurent, I was hoping that maybe they would go in this the kid is special storyline. Maybe not go full supernatural, but maybe have some of the prophecies about him come true. Maybe he is this great leader who's going to end up saving the world, or at least saving parts of the world. And as the season progressed, honestly, I just kind of got bored. By the end of the season, I mean, I finished it. You know, it's not something that I was so bored with that I checked out. But I was a little bored by the end of it. To me, Darryl works best when he's working off of people that we really like. Whether it's Rick, or whether it's Carol, or whether it's any other people in The Walking Dead, you know, he works best when he's working with someone. He just doesn't really have the personality, and I think Norman Reedus plays him great, but the character, to me anyways, doesn't have the personality to carry a show. And as last season progressed and I cared less and less about the people he was interacting with, I cared less and less about the show. So this episode was great. This episode was great, and we don't even really see Norman Reedus or Darryl Dixon and Carol interact. You know, the beginning of the episode, she's looking for him, and he's off still in France training the kid to become a fighter, dealing with the politics there, and most of the episode is focused on Carol trying to reach him. We get a great scene where she interrogates some people to try to figure out where he went. And you know, we see just how hardcore of a person Carol still is. She's not intimidated by these three or four fully grown men. She goes right at them, and she gets what she wants. And I think that's always been great about the character. And she uses the fact that she's an older lady. She has a sweet face, you know, she uses that to her advantage. She's very good at playing sweet until it's time to flip the switch. And when it's time to flip the switch, she's very good at that. So most of this episode we spend with her. And she comes across a guy named Ash, who happens to be a pilot. Doesn't happen to be, you know, she tracked him down because she saw the plane flying overhead. And she figured out where the plane was coming from, and she tracked him down. So she gets to him, she puts on the sweet face, gets close, and she learns about him as she starts, you know, interacting with him. And she learns that he's a lot like her. He lost a kid during the apocalypse, and he's hurting in a lot of the same ways that she's hurting. He might be dealing with it in a different way than she is, but they share a pain. And because of that, Carol learns that she can exploit that pain. So she uses the fact that she has also lost a kid to gain his trust and get what she wants out of him. And again, I think it's just a phenomenal example of this character being adaptable, being tough, and getting what she wants. Ultimately, the episode ends. She still has not found Darryl. Her and Ash, they're in the plane on their way to France. We don't know if they're going to make it. But the great part about this episode was her interactions with Ash. And Ash is a character that I find very compelling. He's someone that I'm hoping they don't get to France and he dies right away. That's something The Walking Dead has been very guilty of with these spin-offs, as we meet new character dies. I'm hoping that Ash sticks around because so far I really like him. And this was a excellent episode that just gave us a little more insight into Carol. You know, we haven't really revisited her pain about Sophie a whole lot recently. And we had a pretty well done kind of a flashback to Sophie and how she feels about that and how it still haunts her. And I thought that was very well done. And again, it adds to her character. So overall, this episode was very well done. Definitely enjoyed it. It's a great start, and I'm really anxious to see where they go from here. A little nervous because I'm not all that interested in what's happening over in France with Darryl Dixon, but hopefully once Carol joins the group and we can start seeing Darryl and Carol playing off of each other again, I think that'll create a lot of energy and will hopefully make the series a lot of fun. So, first episode of the Book of Carol was really well done. I enjoyed it. What were your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there commenting, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.